Fuck it, I keep trying to write this commentary, but I'm overthinking it way too much, so you're probably just gonna get a really manic rant. But I dropped out of college, and I'm feeling like, I don't know, I recorded this really corny intro the other day where I was walking out of the administrator's building with like pretending that I had my diploma, and I dropped out. I was like signing it, but it didn't make any fucking sense that you'd hold your diploma. Basically, I've just been overthinking this video because I've wanted to drop out of college since I got here. I have never been able to focus in school since the moment I started. And up until 4th grade, I was doing okay. I was like really good at the multiplication tables. I liked learning about Christopher Columbus, blah, blah, blah. And then I stopped paying attention completely. Pretty much, like, I can admit this now because I'm not at school. I cheated my entire way through private school. I went through my entire schooling career on scholarship. So I had to do what I had to do to get the grades in order to pass. If you need this certain number, if you need a 1200 SAT, I did what I had to do. Your family wants you to do well in school, but it was never for me. The schooling system for people like me, like scatterbrained fucking people who want to be creative, it's not designed for us.
I'm making this video like about I just dropped out. I just dropped out of college. You think I should drop out?
Why you drop out of college?
Because of YouTube, because of this. I'm really excited. I just dropped out.
Okay.
I'm proud of myself. Are you proud of me?
I got you.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. Okay, what's the number?
It feels really good. It feels really good to finally be in this position because I've wanted to do it for so long. And also because it's been glamorized in music and it's been glamorized by like the ultra successful people. Admittedly, I kind of want to be one of those people. It's cool to be rebellious. It's cool to be a contrarian, to go against the grain. But it's also, it feels refreshing to finally be able to do and be in the position where I can do what I want to do. Making this video, I don't want people watching this who are in college to be like, man, maybe I should be like him, maybe I should drop out. If you don't have an ambition, like if you don't have something to fall on like me, if you're not in a position where you can drop out, don't do it because school might be a necessity for you. For me, it was a waste of time and a waste of a lot of fucking money.
I want to change the stigma that you need to go to school. Like if it's $30,000 a year for gender studies,
if I didn't go to college, my family's gonna look at me weird. My peers are gonna look at me. People are gonna look down on me. And I didn't want to feel that. I didn't want to feel like a bum. A lot of people go to college just to not feel like a bum.
They're there because they're confused and they're trying to find themselves in this time of life where we don't know what we want to do. It's the biggest collection of people who are clueless.
Because in 30-something and 30, 40 years, you're gonna be at a cocktail party holding a drink, talking to your people. They're gonna be bragging about their cum laude, about their GPA. And you don't want to sound like the dropout. Right? When you go home for Thanksgiving and you're sitting at a family dinner and that's, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, I'm doing my GPA, blah, blah. You want to be able to say something. They're taking majors that don't interest them. They don't know what they want to do with their lives. They switch their majors every other year. Honestly, like no disrespect to the people who take them, a lot of these bullshit degrees that do nothing but take your money. If you want to be a doctor, lawyer, then college is literally a necessity. But if you want to do something creative, if you want to write or if you want to start a business, you don't need to go to college, bro. It's not worth the money. I think a lot of people are afraid to struggle for a little bit. I'm gonna be struggling for a little bit. I have to pay my own rent. I have to be doing adult shit, paying bills. You know, not a lot of 20-year-olds have to sign an electricity bill. People are afraid to live paycheck to paycheck for a little bit and not be under their parents' safety net because it's scary. I'm willing to take that jump. That's something that I pride myself in, is that I'm willing to be independent. I'm willing to take the risk.
The number one concern people told me was that you have 2 years left. You only have 2 years and then you're done. It's only 2 years, bro. But why? What job am I gonna do? I wanna make movies, I wanna do comedy. Why do I need a degree?
And what happens in college is when you're learning something digital, if you're learning something in the media, it becomes dated in 5 years, right? Most of the media, most of the video that we watch nowadays is on the internet, is on our computers, is on our phones. And I was taking these television classes where they teach you how to use the switcher, these buttons where you control the panels that go on the TV, and they teach you how to operate the camera, and they teach you how to use the graphics generator. All things that they were using in the 70s. We spent a week learning how to make a box right graphic, something that you would do like for CNN in literally 1975. Nowadays, no one watches the fucking news. No one do you know anyone who watches the news besides your grandma who turns on Fox News in the kitchen on that small TV and like just turns it on to have it as background noise all day? Who watches the news? Nobody. The film classes, however, I could say I did learn quite a bit in. But when you get a degree, they need to fill up a lot of your time. They design degrees off of a 4-year system, right? And you need to be doing something every single day. You can't learn film all day, every single day for 4 years. That won't happen. So they fill it up with distribution courses. I've talked about this in my Why College is a Scam video.
Which, if you've ever sat in one of those, you'll know it's no different than a public high school. Half the people there, texting on their phone, hungover from the night before, or shopping online looking for bikinis for spring break, or they're one of the kids who's actually paying attention, raising their hand every 5 minutes, "Professor, professor," letting everyone know how insightful they are.
Girls could be online shopping, a guy could be like in the back watching porn, someone else is playing League of Legends with a whole Alienware mouse and keyboard setup in class. The professor's talking and won't even call it out because it doesn't matter anymore. They know that what they're teaching is useless. You did what you had to do. That's what a degree is. It doesn't mean you learned anything. It doesn't mean you're a better person. It doesn't mean you're experienced. It means you did what you had to do to get that piece of paper. The digital age has proven that we don't need to answer to anybody anymore. Old Town Road by Lil Nas X is the longest running #1 single of all time. Do you know how he made that song? He found the beat on YouTube, he memed it through TikTok for like a couple weeks, pushed the memes and memes and memes, and then it blew up. He did it all on his own. It's becoming increasingly obvious that people are behind. All these kids in film school who are like thinking that, oh, I need to go to a studio and I need to intern. You don't need to do that anymore. So if you're a college kid and you're watching this and you're getting nervous, I know there's a lot of anxiety that goes through your brain already just being a college student. Don't watch this and get anxious because I have a mild amount of success. Watch this and just think, is the time and the money you're spending in school really worth the career that you want to have in the future? If not, maybe you could do what I'm doing. Speaking honestly, I know I make a lot of jokes on this thing, but to be in this position where I am now, I'm very optimistic about the future. I'm very excited about everything. The Patreon thing is working great. That's where people have been supporting me. That's where I'm making most of my income now because YouTube is censoring me. I want to be able to just make content that people resonate with, and I don't want to have to answer to anybody. And Patreon, you guys are supporting me, not even that, just my subscribers, the viewers. You're really making that possible for me. And I'm very excited about the future. And yeah, f*** college.